Hi there and welcome. These are your handover videos for your Swift Challenger 850. So starting off at the front, you've got your hitch head with black lever, handbrake, jockey wheel, Alco ATC and 13 pin electrics. Then we are using our test equipment today. So you can see here I've got a propane gas bottle with a gas hose that connects onto this part here. Now this is a dual regulator, so you can go from either side. Once both sides are firmly connected, you can hand tighten this side to an extent. Then just finish off using a spanner. Turn on the gas in the positive or open direction. That will begin to feed gas through into the caravan. Now, 2 points either side and 2 points at the back. You have your point for your legs. Your legs are only used to stabilise the caravan. Do not attempt to jack up the caravan or level the caravan using the legs. They are simply only used for stabilisation. Moving along, this just here, this is your flue. Your flue is used to get clean air in and out of your boiler when you're using it on gas. Don't have to do anything with this except make sure that there's no leaves or debris. Make sure it's nice and clean. Then just here, you have your point for your water pump. Your water pump connects into this part here and works off the trigger system. I will show you inside the caravan what I mean. It has a plastic cap to go over the top of an acroll. You have a strainer. Your strainer has to sit at the bottom of your water barrel. Moving along, you've got your battery locker with a leisure battery just here and a point plugged in for your mains. Just below here, you've got these 2 points. These are where your wastewater will come out of. You'll need some 28.5mm waste pipe to feed into a wastemaster. Now this comes from both sinks and your shower. Then lastly, for the outside, these are for your toilet operations. So this first one here, this is where you will fill up for your flush. Now it can hold around 10 litres of water, and if you want as well, you can mix in a little bit of chemical just to make it smell nice. Don't overfill it. Just get yourself a watering can just to make it that little bit easier. Then just below, you have your cassette toilet. Now, when this is full, and you want to empty it, you press up on the orange handle and pull it out. Now, it does extend out into a suitcase as well to make it easier for you to take to the emptying point at the site. Once you're there, twist this orange head to the side. Open up that cap. You want to tilt, and at the same time as tilting, continually pressing this button here to vent it out. Then once you've done that one time, I recommend swelling it out with some fresh water and then tilting and venting. Then on this cap here, you have measurements in both metric and imperial, and this is for your blue chemical. Fill up the desired amount of blue chemical, twist it up to the cap, back to the central position, push it in so this orange handle sits behind those white teeth. Now you don't want to travel with either of these two being full, so that's how to empty that. But to fully empty out this top one, you have this valve here which is connected for this. Open it up and it will drain any remaining water. Okay, then situated underneath the front side of the lounge area, you have this here. Now, a lot of this may seem intimidating, but it is quite easy. This box here, that is your boiler. This blue lead leading to these yellow valve, this is one of the most important parts. The yellow valve is currently in the upright vertical position. That means that any water that's coming into the caravan gets drained out. We have it set like this permanently from November to March when we're not actively using the caravan, just so no pipes get burst or anything like that. When you want water to come into the caravan, you have it in the horizontal position, and that allows water to flow through. However, if you've not used it for a while, I would recommend just waiting a few minutes before you're running all your taps. These two boxes here, those are your brain boxes for your motor mover. This silver box, that is your battery charger, and then this here, this is where both your trips and fuses are. All your trips in the upright position, and then you can see here this green and orange part are both lit. This green one is for your charger, showing the battery charger is working, and this orange one shows heating and hot water is working. And then as well, you do have a system shutdown button just there. If you do need some additional information on your trips and fuses, pull this down and there's plenty of information just there. Then for the toilet operation, it is bog simple. Press this button here, you can hear that motor. Now, because the caravan has been drained off, there is no water in it currently, but if you were to press that when the allocated slot is full, that will push the water about. Press that lever to the side, opens up the catch to the cassette, bring it back, shuts it back up. Very, very simple. Then, just here, we've got the Swift command board. So, turn it on, you press and hold in on that button. I've had it on previously, so it's just gone to whatever. Shows internal temperature, outside temperature, the date, the time, and a few other bits at the top. First thing I want to show you is this pump button. Now, I'm not going to press it just because we're not plugged into any water, but if I were to press that and also have my switch in the horizontal position rather than the vertical position, I'd come over to the taps, open up the taps, and let it run for about 30 seconds. What you want to see is a nice continuous stream. Now, this here is your water pump. Your water pump slots into the space that I showed you outside, and it cannot be removed unless you press it on the trigger and pull it out. You have this little plastic cap to go over the top of an acroll, just so no nastiness gets in. Then at the bottom, you have your strainer. Your strainer has to sit at the bottom of the water barrel, otherwise it will gasp air through. Now, these pumps, as you can see, do have a little bit of a tendency to curl up. Before you use it, straighten it out, give it a little bit of a bend, make sure that it is nice and straight, because if it does curl up, then that means the strainer will not sit at the bottom. Now, for the pump, you can go check that sink, the shower, or the other sink. Then you've got your awning light. When you see that brighter yellow border around it, not sure how well that shows up on the camera, and it has started raining now, you can see the light comes on. Turn that off. Then you have your lighting, so press that in, gives you a few options. It allows you to dim your lights, so you can see gradually getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. So that's the lowest dim, and that's max. Then to turn off the lights, press in on there, turns it off. This other one, this is for your lights towards the back of the caravan. And then obviously you've got switches for the allocated part. Oop. Then you've got power. This shows the amount of power coming into the caravan. So right now 14.2 volts are coming into the caravan, and that's from the mains capacity. Now if you weren't plugged into mains, it would show the amount of voltage coming in from the leisure battery itself. Then it shows your solar and vehicle. Vehicle is obviously not correct because it's not got anything plugged in, but it sort of just stays at 0.5. Then you can see solar has a little bit of going up and down, but with it throwing down cats and dogs right now, I can't imagine it's taking much in. and it also shows your AC current and allows you to set a limit for that as well. You've got some additional settings such as setting the time, the date, the brightness, when the screen times out, if you want to hear beeps, and it also allows you to pair Bluetooth devices. Then lastly, you've got your radio. So mode, press that in, takes you to FM, press it again, takes you to DAB. You can use aux, or you can also connect via Bluetooth. Then it's similar to a normal type of radio, it's just a case of tuning it. Then we have your outer control panel, which is for your heating and hot water. So press menu here, and it will take you to this screen. This top one shows you the temperature that you desire to get to the caravan. So right now it's set to 28, but on the home screen I think it was showing about 15 currently, because I've not had it on for a ridiculous amount of time. But you can go up and down, has a maximum of 30 and a minimum of 5. Any lower than 5 it will shut itself off. Then you have your hot water. So just going to press it just for the hypotheticals. You can go middle or full. Middle will get the water to a temperature of about 40 to 50 degrees. Full will boost the temperature for about 15 minutes, which is ideal if you want to use a shower or something like that, and then drop it back down to that middle position. Next, we have sources. So you can either use gas or mains, or a mixture of both. So you can have 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts of electricity coming into the van by selecting that. And then this icon here, if I press it in, that will also begin to use gas as a power source. However, I can have just strictly gas or strictly mains. So you can have a mixture of either 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts with gas, strictly 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts with mains, or strictly gas. Now, some sites don't allow up to 3 kilowatt capacity, so just check that beforehand. Then press this button here. You've got some additional settings such as beeping noises, the screen brightness, and a few other bits. If you want to have a play about with that, look at the Aldi books or just have a look around it. And then when you want to turn this off, you press in on this button here. Press and hold, turns itself off. Then we have the fridge operation. So I'm just going to go from turning it off just to show you what it looks like from a complete and utter startup. There we go. So to turn it on, you've got this button here, which you press and hold in. It will flash up and go to its most recent memory, which was mains at full capacity. Now, you have 2 buttons this side as well. You've got mode. So first, press mode once, goes to auto. Auto will automatically switch to what the fridge thinks is the best power source to use. Press it again, goes to car battery, but because we're not connected to a car right now, it's going to flash up and beep. So press that again once, takes you to gas. Now with gas, it is a case you have to wait for the gas to tick in. I have checked it already on gas, so it's not going to tick in. However, it's a case of you'll hear the gas gradually begin to tick in, and then once it's stopped, that means that it's lit. Press it again, goes to mains. Now, to change the amount of power coming into the fridge, you've got this button here. Press it once, goes to minimum. Every time you press it, it goes up 1 on that scale until you get to 5. Then once you press it 1 more time, it drops it back down to minimum. So 5 will chill it the quickest, 1 will chill it the slowest. It will take around 4 hours for the fridge to fully chill. So if, for example, you were going from here to Devon, it gives you plenty of time for the fridge to fully chill. Then when you want to turn it off, press and hold on this button here. No more flashing, no more lights inside the fridge. That means it's off. Then we've got the hob system. So this is standard to your sort of gas hob that you might have at home. It's in case you want to press in, twist to the side of the dial and then press this button in at the same time to tick the gas in. Only real difference, this one's got an electric plate. Just twist it to the desired part that you want to be it on. Central position switches everything off, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like when these are lit. And here you can see when they're all lit. You want a nice blue, clean, continuous flame. Just like that. Then to switch it off, just stick it back to the central position. Then again for the grill, and here you can see for the grill as well, operating both sides lit. Turn it off just back there. Then again for the oven, there you can see the oven nice and lit as well. Only real difference with that one, twist it anti-clockwise and it will get hotter. Now, the only other thing to note really, this glass plate, don't put it down until all of these are cold to the touch.